Okay, so this is a bit of a departure from what I normally do, but I thought it was worth making a video on. I, like many of you chronically online people, are a part of Gen Z. Please don't take that as a bad thing. I've learnt that it isn't entirely our fault. Being the youngest in my immediate family, I've had a lot of influence from my older siblings and never really identified with Gen Z or Millennial. Never felt like I belonged to either group, which has made me feel like a bit of an outcast to both. But because of that, it has given me some perspective on this chronically online business. I feel like being online isn't the main issue. Consuming is the issue. We all consume too much on the internet despite what generation you belong to, and to add to that, we are mindlessly consuming, which is even worse. One thing I've learned on this YouTube journey that I've undertaken is that the more I consume, the harder it is to create. But I've also observed the more I create, the better I feel mentally and spiritually. And today, I can hopefully get across to someone that is struggling in this consumer heavy world that creating may be the answer to all of our problems. Now bear with me here. We as young people are increasingly silently quitting jobs, dating, hoping, and you guessed it, creating. Consuming is more and more consuming our time and lives. But I don't think that this is the only way forward. Sure, the economy is in shambles, AI is rampant, jobs are getting automated, dating feels harder and harder with each new dating app or social media app. The idea of saving for a house is damn near impossible on your own. It seems like bad people get ahead more than the good. The rules are constantly changing, and I don't have a fix for these problems. But I do have something I can offer the world, and that is hope. The hope that it doesn't have to be like this. Endlessly scrolling until we are numb to our problems as we, the younger generation, must deal with. Yes, it is hard. Yes, it's probably going to get harder before it gets better. But all things in life that are worth fighting for are hard. Just think, working out, relationships, studying, job searching, upskilling, and pretty much anything you can think of worth doing is hard. A lot of these problems are not our fault. And I need you to understand that. But it is our responsibility to fix these issues. Let me give you an anecdote from my own life to explain what I mean. I lost my dad at the age of 9, and as you can imagine, it was hard for a 9-year-old to comprehend what has happened. And I developed many coping mechanisms to deal with the fact that my household now lacked a father figure. My teens were plagued with abusive stepfathers who mentally tortured me and my mum. Most of the coping mechanisms I obtained tainted my teens and early adult life. Like you guessed it, being chronically online, gaming, and hiding from the real world. As a result, I got depressed. Pretty damn depressed. But no one can fix my depression for me. I had to do that on my own. See? Not my fault, but is my responsibility. And like all of the issues I have listed, it isn't your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix. Now that all the doom and gloom is out of the way, here's what I found that works. Being creative. Whether you're a painter, a woodworker, gamer, tattoo artist, teacher, you name it, there is a way that you can be creative. A way that you can consume less, and more importantly, a way out. But it will require some effort on your end. First, boredom isn't your enemy. Stop consuming content online. You don't need to run from boredom like it's a we need to talk text or like it's going to kill you, because on the contrary, I think boredom is the first step to living. Boredom is a privilege that we have living in the first world. Do you think that back in the hunter and gatherer days they had time to be bored? I certainly don't. Second, there will be this feeling that will arise once you stop consuming, almost like a flame that has been lit under your ass, nagging you to open up your phone and keep doom scrolling. I need you to fight that feeling for a while, because if you do, the next thing that will happen is your brain will start coming up with ideas and thoughts. Don't fight it, it's good for you. That means you're still human. Next thing to happen, if you last this long, is your brain will start creating, there's that word again, creating up clever ways to justify going back to consuming. The mental gymnastics that your brain actually goes through to justify doom scrolling is crazy. But if you hold out a little bit longer, you'll start realizing that you actually are being creative. This is good. Now you just have to find a way to channel it into something productive. An easy one is to write or draw. Now I hear you saying, but I'm not good at drawing. Let me tell you something. Neither am I. Drawing, and even on a broader sense, being creative, is a skill, which is a good thing, as skills can be trained. Think of it like training a skill in RuneScape. I mean, we've all done that. It takes time and effort. Third, once you've found some productive way to create, whether it's making a bench, a box, a drawing, a story, a video on YouTube, even a new PB in a gym, you'll start to realize you haven't been consuming and have contributed to the world, whether or not someone has even seen it. Then you'll realize you have this funny feeling inside. That feeling is a sense of accomplishment, something that you'll start to enjoy, something you'll want to share with someone, anyone. And I strongly encourage that you do, whether it's a parent, sibling, friend, or even the internet, if you're brave enough. Once you have done that, do it again and again and again until the doom and gloom is lifted enough for you to go outside and touch grass. Enough for you to get some sun on your skin, enough for you to start making positive changes in your life, enough to realize everything that you see while doom scrolling is a small part of this horribly beautiful world that we live in. The more we create and the less we consume, the issues of the world we see on a daily basis online will start to feel less and less cataclysmic and more like solvable problems we can fix together. It isn't your fault, it's your responsibility. Create more. If you've made it this far into the video, I just want to say thanks for sticking around, subscribe, and if you've got any thoughts or tips for any other people, leave a comment. Like the video if you've enjoyed this type of content. It's a bit different to what I normally do. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll make some more if people want to see it. I'll see you in the next one, guys.